the strange thing about, I guess, private equity funds is, as opposed to, let's say, doing deals, is that they are still relatively rare for any individual house, even of a reasonable scale. It's a big event to go out and raise a fund.
Well, it's a life or death event. It's a bet the company event.
Yes, yeah. and they don't do it that often, and so that therefore.
And some people fail. That didn't used to happen, but nowadays there are some quite well-known managers who have not succeeded in raising a successor fund, because the fund has a 10-year life. That's also variable, but the general idea is that it collects commitments, invests in a single set of investments over a 3 to 5 year investment period, and then in the rest of the term of the fund, it develops those companies. And you try to improve the companies. And then sell them, and all that has to happen in a 10-year period, and outcome then is you distribute the proceeds. So it's very much an in and out process. So the fund doesn't continue. When it sells its last investments, it's gone. So each house will raise a series of successor funds. Originally, they all just did buyouts or just did one thing. Nowadays there'll be a house will have different teams doing different funds under the same umbrella.
Things are slightly more complicated these days than in the old days, insofar as institutional investors often have their own specific requirements that require a side letter or a side agreement. Are they effectively like mini LPAs on a bilateral basis that connect in with the large one?
They could be, but there is an umbrella term called a Most Favoured Nation status. Investors will insist that they are the most favoured nation. There's nobody getting better terms than them. And if everybody insists that, you end up with a standard set of terms. But you can have layered most favoured nation, i.e., if you're going to invest 100 million into a fund, you might get better terms than somebody investing 1 million into a fund.